Hey everyone, and welcome to twau24a. If you're watching this and you don't know what's going on, check out the video twau0a, that will explain all the details. But in short, 10 Words of Wisdom is a game show on YouTube with hundreds of contestants. Each episode, I give the contestants a prompt, which they have to respond to in 10 words or fewer. Then the general public votes on those responses anonymously, from best to worst, and the contestants whose responses score the lowest get eliminated. Rinse and repeat until there's only one winner left. Anyway, yes, I know it's been almost 3 years to the day since the last twau episode came out. I never intended for there to be such a long hiatus in twau's history, but I don't want to spend too much time in this video explaining why or how that happened, so if you're really curious, just stick till the end of this video. Let's look at some fan-made twau24a intros. This one, which was IDFB styled, was made by Lil Edmund Brown. This cool 3D one, which has 3D models of all the surviving contestants, was made by Feisy. And this third one was made by former twower and current BFB animator John Dubach, and this one is BFB themed. Next, I haven't played many fighting games, but someone created a carry character that you can actually fight as in this game called Mugen, and I wanted to show you a short clip of it.
Scary carry.
Okay, enough looking at fan-made content, let's get to the meat of twau24a. So back to the contest. As of right now, we have just 3 surviving contestants out of the original 491. Their names are Mr. Twister, Midnight Light, and Yasoin. First off, Mr. Twister changed his twau book Sona to a much more striped design. And what was his confessional? Well, it's here. I'll mix it up and do a relatively short confessional today, since I am extremely hard at work on my Eagle Scout project. Since I'm the last American in twau, I'd like to represent my country well. We had an art contest on my fan server, and the Epic James won! With some adjustments, he made my book for this episode, which imitates the American flag. Thanks to all of my fans and everyone watching twau. It's such a great honor to be on Carrie's channel and being able to reach so many people. See you at the finale! Oh, so that's where the stripes came from. But then where are the stars? Oh, they're there. Sadly, a lot of the news Meester mentioned probably aren't happening anymore, because his confessional was sent in a DM that is almost 3 years old. But regardless, it is true that all 3 remaining twowers are the sole representatives from their respective countries. Next, Midnight Light chose to stick with her trusty book Sona and had this confessional. Hey, can't believe it's the final 3, haha. Good luck, Meester and Yasoin. Smiley face! OMG, I can't believe it's coming to an end. It's been such a great experience. Thank you guys so much. Love you all, and to anyone who's a fan, thank you so much. Love, Midnight. Thanks for your warm wishes, ML. And given that I intend to finish this season quickly now with no more hiatuses, it really is a shock that it's coming to an end. We've had over 40 episodes so far, but there's only 4 left, of this season at least. Anyway, finally, Yosoen changed his book to this, lifting his right arm up and rotating the book he's holding in his hand, as well as giving it a border that commemorates the recently fallen Joseph Howard. And for his confessional, we get this. The final form of my strategy book includes a tribute to my recently eliminated friend Joseph Howard, who inspired me to be better and do more. Best of luck to my two rivals. Hopefully, my tactics will be enough to meet your respective skills. On with the game. That's awesome to hear. Also, this alternate form of Yosoen's book Sona was drawn by Lauren Teasel, so credit to him for that. So with that out of the way, the 24th twau prompt was, how does a true twau contestant prepare for the finale? Each twau finalist submitted 2 responses to that prompt. So we have a total of 6 responses for all you viewers to vote on. You guys should decide, in your own subjective opinion, which responses are the most creative, funny, clever, good at addressing the original prompt, whatever. Remember, you viewers can vote whether you're a contestant or not by commenting on this video. So how do you vote? Pause the video at a random spot in the green rectangle. Type the keyword you see in the upper right, space. Rank the entries from best to worst using these letters. Surround it with square brackets. Done. You can comment other stuff too, and you can vote more than once. But there's no point voting more than once because you see all 6 responses on the same voting screen. So just vote once. You guys can vote up until August 1st, 2020 at 10 p.m. UTC. Last episode, 2,342 people voted. My channel's about 3 times larger than it was during twau 23A. So do you think we can hopefully break that voter turnout record this time? That would be super exciting! After the votes are counted, the single twauer who has the lowest higher voted response will be eliminated, leaving us with just our final 2 contestants, who will go on to the last final round of 10 words of wisdom. So without further ado, here are the twau 24 responses. Hi, Carrie here. So as these voting images are going by, I think I should give a summary or an explanation as to why I took a 3-year hiatus, because a lot of people were wondering where I went, and I think I did give some explanations on some other channels like Humany, but not many people have seen that. So here, this will be my definitive explanation about what happened. So when I first started my CarryKH channel in 2011, it was supposed to be a secondary channel to Jack and Jellyfy, which has all the Battle for Dream Island content, which was my primary channel. And that's how it was for a long time. Because BFDI was always more popular than anything I posted to CarryKH, including the Algo Decathlons, Algeecosathlons, and Marble Races, I never really cared about CarryKH's numbers or growth. So when I started 10 Words of Wisdom in 2015, and I saw that it was performing much worse than even my other CarryKH videos, it didn't really matter because I was just here to have a fun time running this game show with new friends. And honestly, 2016, which is when I did a lot of 10 Words of Wisdom, it was so awesome meeting all of you active twowers on the Discord server, and I felt like we created a community unlike anything I'd ever seen online before. Just how much fan art you guys created, how many mini twows you spun off. People made bots and new servers left and right, and it was just awesome to see something new. It seemed like every single day, because I was uploading twau maybe once or even twice a week. It was crazy. But in late 2016 and early 2017, I noticed that my evolution simulator videos and my machine learning videos were getting a lot more traction from an audience completely outside of BFDI and twau. And I thought to myself, wow, if I really lean into this, I could turn CarryKH into the machine learning channel with stick figure animations. So I started posting more machine learning videos, and they would always outperform my twau videos. And eventually it got to a point where if I would upload a twau episode, I would lose maybe 100 subscribers. This makes sense because so many new subscribers came just for the AI stuff, not for twau. So often I'd upload twau and a lot of comments would be, I have no idea what's going on. A few would learn what's going on and become twau fans, a few would unsubscribe, and most would just ignore. But if I posted an artificial intelligence video, I would gain maybe 10,000 subscribers over the next week. And so, almost subconsciously, I found the percentage of videos I was making that were twau was shrinking more and more. I don't want you guys thinking that I was just chasing numbers, because I was honestly just looking at the comments and seeing what videos they wanted me to make, and it would always be way more people asking for the next AI music video, so I would just make that. Now I'm going to go to r/twau fanart, and I'll look at all the fan art posted since the last twau episode. So yes, I'm going to go through 3 years of images, but it's not that many, so it won't take that long. Either way, by August 2017, twau had slowed down a lot, but there wasn't a major hiatus yet. However, the school year from 2017 to 2018 was my junior year at college, and that was the year that I really decided I need to ramp it up with classes I'm taking to actually get my degree. And at the same time, my freshman and sophomore years at Stanford, I felt like I didn't really interact with the communities at Stanford as much as I should have, and I wanted to have more friends, I guess. So that junior year, I took a ton of classes every single quarter, and I also invested a lot more time in extracurricular events like joining 2 dance groups. There's Extreme, which does K-pop dance, and Common Origins, which does urban or hip-hop dance. And then I also did a bunch of dorm activities that typically freshmen like to do, such as going on ski trips or weird date nights, and basically that meant I had no time to make videos, so CarryKH went on a hiatus for almost an entire year. By the time I came back, my channel had grown to the point that sponsors were reaching out to me specifically for the computer science videos, and that was all fine and dandy. But what I noticed was happening was some companies would say that the rate that we'll pay you for a video is based on the average view count you've gotten over the last 5 most recent videos. And that makes sense because they want to have a good gauge for how many impressions they will get for their advertisement on the next video you upload. So I told them about how I've got both 10 Words of Wisdom, which gets typically under 100,000 views, and then I also have these AI videos, which sometimes get maybe 200,000, but sometimes they go up to 1 million. And so I said, am I allowed to upload twau and have that not count as part of the average? And they were like, what? No, that doesn't make sense. Basically, if you want to upload twau to this channel and you get very few views on it, we can't pay you as much. And so we tried to negotiate stuff, and I said, maybe I should upload twau to a different channel. And they said, yeah, that makes the most sense in this situation. But I also felt like I had too many channels as it was, and each new channel that I created would add more stress and more things that I had to juggle, so I didn't really want to create a new channel. And I guess in the end, since, I don't know, my drive for twau was starting to wane anyway, I just stopped making twau entirely. And I do legitimately feel bad about that because there are so many friend groups in the twau online communities that I was a part of that I kind of drifted away from, and I feel like since I didn't upload twau myself, they fell apart as well. And one of my hopes is just that I can rekindle that somehow and bring in a new wave of twowers with new seasons, but I'll get to that later. Let's just continue moving in chronological order. Anyway, I did the math. I came to the conclusion that if I were to make a 10 Words of Wisdom video while under the contract of some of those companies, I could lose $2,000 to $3,000. And I guess that could have been a deal breaker, and I don't need to explain further. But I want to be fully honest in this story, and if I'm going to be honest, the money was not the deciding factor here, because CarryKH as a YouTube channel wasn't created to be a moneymaker, and it never has been. And besides, Battle for Dream Island was giving me enough financial stability that whether or not I agreed to those sponsorships or not, I would be okay, which I'm really grateful for. I know it's not a common situation to have a safety net like that. To cut to the chase, the real reason that I didn't make any 10 Words of Wisdom episodes for 3 whole years, well, it's complicated, and actually in a previous take, I rambled about this for 15 minutes, and I don't want this to go on for that long. So for now, I just say the 2 major reasons were the bloating of each new episode taking longer and longer to make, and the harassment that people would send me from every corner of the internet no matter what I was working on. If people want a more detailed explanation, maybe I could upload that rambly 15 minutes to a different channel, but for now let's just try to turn a page and return to twau normalcy. If I ever do decide to make a season 2, both of these problems should be fixed, because I now know to delegate as much of this work as possible to capable other people who are willing to volunteer, and I'll remove any unnecessary parts of the episode even if there are particular commenters who will complain that their favorite part of the episode is missing. I'd rather have 100 bare bones episodes than 2 fully fleshed out episodes. In the end, I hope that when this video comes out, hopefully we can rekindle some of the energy of the twau community that was lost over the last 3 years. And I know that there's a lot of people still making mini twaus out there, so I will shout you guys out in the future because I think that what you guys are making is quite inspiring. In short, I just want twau to keep all of its good stuff while shedding all the baggage. So the good stuff is stuff like doing real life meetups once this pandemic is over, and I think all of those things can happen without these episodes being monstrously long and weighing down on me in the way that they have. I'm also excited to see who out of Midnight Light, Yosoan, and Mr. Twister will win the season, because deciding a winner would just be an awesome way to cap off the season. You finalists have really been in for the long run and stayed loyal to my channel for so many years, and that is just amazing, and I'm thankful for that. Later seasons of twau, I definitely do not want to last half a decade, I will tell you that. Maybe a 1/10 of a decade or even less is more ideal, because then people don't literally move on to the next stage of life in the middle of one season. That would be nice, yeah. Okay, I think this ramble is going on for too long. This is already the majority of the video, so I'm gonna end it now. Thanks for watching everyone, and goodbye!